Welcome to This Week in Berkeley Heights, brought to you in part by thealternativepress.com, Berkeley Heights' all-online daily local newspaper. We're here at Memorial Field for the Berkeley Heights Summer Concert Series. We're here with Ben Smuckler and Rachel Cantor, and we're going to be talking about the Jersey Pilots. And we also have Dr. Patrick Smith on talking about the Summer Concert Series in Berkeley Heights. Ben, welcome to the show.
I'm glad to be here.
Well, can you tell us a little bit about the Jersey Pilots?
Well, the Pilots are a summer league college baseball team. Major League Baseball co-sponsors the league. It's our job to get prospects, so we have scouts coming to our ball games right here in Berkeley Heights to evaluate the players that when both teams are playing.
And then where do the Jersey Pilots play here in Berkeley Heights?
At the new field at Snyder Park off Snyder Avenue.
And how did you get involved with the Jersey Pilots?
Well, that was 41 years ago. I've been involved with the Atlantic Collegiate Baseball League, which is the league that we're all part of. And it's been all over New Jersey. And about 2 years ago when this Snyder Park opened, I got a phone call from Chris Roof, who's the Governor Livingston coach, and he asked me, how would you like to play in Berkeley Heights? And I said, I would love to. I live 2 minutes away. It took me 40 years to come back home. And that's how that happened.
And I think you have at least one former Governor Livingston player on the team. You want to talk about them?
I have exactly right now 4. There's Billy Wurzwick, who lives in Mountainside but went to GL. We have Tyler Martis. We have Cranston, and we have John Jennings. And so they're all playing for us this year.
Yeah, that's great. And when can you talk a little bit about the upcoming games coming up? When's your next game at home in particular?
Well, this is Wednesday night. Well, Thursday night we play a team from Allentown, Pennsylvania. So 7 o'clock, it'll be a 9-inning with a wooden bat, baseball being played right here in Berkeley Heights.
And when's your next home game after that?
Sunday we have a doubleheader. No, I'm sorry. Yes, we have a single game on Sunday at 7 o'clock against the team from Trenton. And then we have another game, doubleheader next Thursday. And then we have a doubleheader the following Sunday. Every Thursday and Sunday we have been playing in Berkeley Heights. So you know there's always a game in June and July in Berkeley Heights to see the Pilots play.
That's great. And for people to get more information about the Pilots, where can they go?
Well, there is on the website, the Atlantic Collegiate Baseball League has a website called ACBL-online, and you can call up the teams, and there'll be Jersey Pilots. You just highlight that. You can get the schedule, the stats, the players on the team, the whole roster, and you get an idea what the league's about.
That's great. And can you talk a little bit about how the team is doing this season?
Well, we had a slow start, but we're now turning it around. We still got a chance for the playoffs, but it's going to be a long shot. But we're in every ball game. We have a chance to win, and that's what it's about. And the big thing is we're here to showcase these players for the scouts, and so we're very happy how this season's gone.
That's great. Rachel, do you have some?
Sure. So you mentioned that you were in this for 40 years. So you were a player on the Pilots to begin with?
No. I started as a general manager of a team here, and called the Pilots, and that was in Bergen County, and we've been traveling all over Jersey at different places to play for home, and we've now settled here in Berkeley Heights. I played ball when I was in college. We're talking 1959. I was a scholarship player for the CW Post College. So I have a background of baseball in my life.
That's great. So have some of the players gone on to other leagues? How many do you normally keep, and for how long?
Well, the idea, in the 40 years that I've done this, I've had 200 players go on to professional baseball, and 18 of them made it to the major leagues. So having the scouts here, seeing the players, and trying to get the players to play for us that should be considered become professional is what I do and what the league does. So, there's opportunities for good ball players to play in a very top-level baseball, played in the Atlantic Collegiate Baseball League, and for the Jersey Pilots.
That's great. Could you mention the website just one more time so people can find out the next game?
It's acbl-online.com, and you'll have there's about 4 or 5 different screens, but you just hit teams and Jersey Pilots will light up, and you'll get our local website on that, on the ACBL website.
Sounds great. Mike, do you have any more questions?
Yeah, Rachel, thanks. Just one follow-up. Do you want to mention any of the sponsors of the team?
Oh, we have a lot local. Delicious Heights, the VFW. We have the Clementi and Strager, the restaurants. We have Firestone. We have even Dr. Smith here. We have you can mention Berkeley Hardware. So you name it. We have a lot of support by the local merchants in town.
That's great. And by the way, were you able to catch the All-Star game last night?
We were at a doubleheader in Allentown, Pennsylvania. We were playing ball while they're playing.
Anything else you'd like to add?
No, we just like to see people come on out to watch outstanding baseball. We do have a not a raffle, but you have opportunities to get some gift certificates from the local merchants, like Delicious Heights. These restaurants will, we have a $50 Delicious Heights coupon I'm waiting to give out. You come on over. Admission is free, but if you want to give us a donation, then you have an opportunity to win one of these gift certificates. So it'd be a great opportunity, and bring out your kids, the young people, be up close to watching these players play outstanding baseball.
That sounds great, Ben. Well, good luck on your season. It was great to have you on the show.
I appreciate you having me. Thank you.
And we'll be right back after this short commercial break.
Adhesive capsulitis, frozen shoulder. What is it? It's loss of emotion in your shoulder, where you can barely lift your shoulder up to height, sometimes down as little as that. It hurts, it's painful. The problem with a frozen shoulder is if you don't use it, it hurts, and if you use it too much, it hurts. So it's a really limiting factor for a lot of people, a very common condition seen in chiropractic offices. The integrative approach for treating a frozen shoulder involves manipulation of the shoulder girdle, but I've found an instrument-assisted soft tissue mobilization, Graston or Factor PM, to be very effective. How does it work? We isolate the shoulder, that's a problem, and then we put a little bit of lubricant over the skin because we don't want to irritate the skin. Now remember, it's a frozen shoulder, so the shoulder doesn't want to move or work. So to get around that, we use pulleys. The left hand is going to help the right shoulder move, and then conversely it'll come down. So by using the pulleys, we start to get motion in the shoulder. We just rub the lubricant over the skin, and then I use an instrument. These are called Graston instruments. They're stainless steel tools that penetrate through the skin, not openly, but just enough to get to the scar tissue. So we're moving the shoulder through a range of motion, and at the same time, we're breaking down the scar tissue. It's a really, really effective way of treating adhesive capsulitis or frozen shoulders. Can we also treat rotator cuff injuries like this? Tendinitis, tendinosis? We sure can. A lot of times we have to get into the lower shoulder here. Now, if you notice, the skin's starting to get red. That's normal, and that does happen when we do soft tissue work, especially this instrument-assisted soft tissue work. Once the skin gets a little red, we move on to the next area. If it gets a little blotchy, like little pin pockets of black and blue, no big deal, don't worry about it. Works very well. Can it be sensitive? If we're working on an area that's sensitive, it can be sensitive, but it is one of the best ways to restore motion in a frozen shoulder. So as they're moving it, I'm working on it. It works great. I'm Dr. Donald DeFabio, and did you know that chiropractic care works great on frozen shoulders?
This is the Alternative Press. I'm Rachel Cantor, and we're here with Dr. Pat Smith of Smith Chiropractic. And he's in charge of the summer concert series this year. Dr. Smith, could you just tell us a little bit about how the concert series works here in Berkeley Heights?
Hi, Rachel. Yes, and thank you. I'd love to talk about the summer concert series. It's another one of these beautiful events that Berkeley Heights puts on, and it's really a combination and a coalition between the town and the business community to bring these wonderful concerts like Parrot Beach tonight to the residents of Berkeley Heights and show off what a great town it is. So for the third year in a row, I'm proud to say, as Vice Chairman of the Chamber of Commerce, the Suburban Chamber of Commerce, which represents local business in Berkeley Heights and New Providence and Summit, that we're a major sponsor of the free Berkeley Heights Summer Concert Series, which is brought to the residents and presented by the Berkeley Heights Special Events Committee and by the Berkeley Heights Recreation Commission. So, and along with major sponsorship from the Suburban Chamber of Commerce, we have two season sponsors. One, the Rotary Club of Berkeley Heights, which Mike Shapiro is the immediate past president. It's a great local organization of business owners that, you know, totally give back to the community, and they're showing it. They raise money to help put this concert on, and by the Berkeley Aquatics Club, which is celebrating it, I believe its 37th year in Berkeley Heights. And this evening we have tonight's concert is sponsored by E-Medical Offices right in Springfield Avenue, our local doctor's office, to drop by and get some great care. So, you know, it's nice to see businesses coming out and supporting great events like this.
That's great. So what are some of the acts that come out every year to the concert series?
Well, we have some terrific acts. This year, this is the first of 4 concerts. We have Parrot Beach. We have the Infernos coming. We have a very special big band orchestra coming from the music school, Judy Wharton Music School. And we also have Beatlemania again, which has been rescheduled for August 14th because of the rain last Wednesday. So we got 4 fantastic acts. They're really a lot of fun. There's something for everybody. And it's just really a lot of fun to come out and enjoy some good music.
That's great. What happens in case of rain if people want to come out?
Well, in case of rain, you know, that's a really good question. There's a hotline number, and we probably can put it up on the show on the bottom. But you call the hotline number after 11 o'clock on the day of the show, and it's whether it's a go or it's not a go. So we try to watch the radar really closely. We want to have the shows, but if it's going to rain, we'd rather have it scheduled. And like last summer, we were able to have 2 shows on schedule and 2 shows we rescheduled, and we put them at the end of August. It was fantastic. So
is there a website where people can find out more information?
yes, you can always go to the town website, which is berkeleyheightstwp.com, and it's all things Berkeley Heights are at berkeleyheightstwp.com.
Well, that's great. Mike, do you have anything to add?
I guess, would you like to talk a little bit more about the Chamber's involvement?
Yeah, absolutely, Mike. We have some special offers. This year we have the 3rd annual Alternative Press, or thealternativepress.com family photo contest. Members of the staff of the Alternative Press will go around and take pictures of families, and will be submitted. Our board will select the winners, and we have some great prizes. Right now our grand prize is a $100 gift card for Goodman's Restaurant and Deli, sponsored by Smith Chiropractic and by Goodman's. So we have some others. Like this evening, we have 2 free drawings. One is for a $25 gift card for Goodman's, and the other is for 5 $10 gift cards at Yogachino to get some frozen yogurt after the show or some good food. So we have some nice things. We're also promoting the Jersey Pilots baseball, and we have schedules here. They play on Thursdays and Sundays over at Snyder Avenue Park. We have promoting the 2nd annual VFW 6259 post right on Locust, their 2nd annual family barbecue, which will occur. It's a major fundraiser for them and a lot of fun. And also the 17th annual Berkeley Heights 5K Charity Road Race and Fitness Walk, which will be September 22nd. So we got a lot of exciting things to bring to the residents, and there'll be more to come.
Anything else that you want to add that we haven't talked about yet?
No, just that, this is a great town, and it's really nice to see with all the events, the Memorial Day Parade, our 1st annual street fair, now the summer concert series and other activities in town, the business community coming together with Berkeley Heights to provide great opportunities and great entertainment for the residents of Berkeley Heights.
Well, that sounds great, Dr. Smith. Thanks so much for doing this and for all your work on the behalf of Berkeley Heights residents. We'll be right back after this short commercial break.
Adhesive capsulitis, frozen shoulder. What is it? It's loss of emotion in your shoulder where you can barely lift your shoulder up to height, sometimes down as little as that. It hurts, it's painful. The problem with a frozen shoulder is if you don't use it, it hurts, and if you use it too much, it hurts. So it's a really limiting factor for a lot of people, a very common condition seen in chiropractic offices. The integrative approach for treating a frozen shoulder involves manipulation of the shoulder girdle, but I've found an instrument-assisted soft tissue mobilization, Graston or Factor PM, to be very effective. How does it work? We isolate the shoulder, that's a problem, and then we put a little bit of lubricant over the skin because we don't want to irritate the skin. Now remember, it's a frozen shoulder, so the shoulder doesn't want to move or work. So to get around that, we use pulleys. The left hand is going to help the right shoulder move, and then conversely it'll come down. So by using the pulleys, we start to get motion in the shoulder. We just rub the lubricant over the skin, and then I use an instrument. These are called Graston instruments. They're stainless steel tools that penetrate through the skin, not openly, but just enough to get to the scar tissue. So we're moving the shoulder through a range of motion, and at the same time, we're breaking down the scar tissue. It's a really, really effective way of treating adhesive capsulitis or frozen shoulders. Can we also treat rotator cuff injuries like this? Tendinitis, tendinosis? We sure can. A lot of times we have to get into the lower shoulder here. Now, if you notice, the skin's starting to get red. That's normal, and that does happen when we do soft tissue work, especially this instrument-assisted soft tissue work. Once the skin gets a little red, we move on to the next area. If it gets a little blotchy, like little pin pockets of black and blue, no big deal, don't worry about it. Works very well. Can it be sensitive? If we're working on an area that's sensitive, it can be sensitive, but it is one of the best ways to restore motion in a frozen shoulder. So as they're moving it, I'm working on it. It works great. I'm Dr. Donald DeFabio, and did you know that chiropractic care works great on frozen shoulders?
Welcome back to This Week in Berkeley Heights. It was great to have Dr. Patrick Smith on the show talking about the summer concert series, as well as Ben from the Jersey Pilots. We've had a good show so far, but we do have a little bit of news to share. It's a bit slow this summer with news here in Berkeley Heights, but we did have Pets Plus here in Berkeley Heights on Springfield Avenue held a pet adoption this past weekend. A lot of people came out and adopted a bunch of pets, which was great, and gave these pets a new home. Also, the big event of the week was the Feast of Mount Carmel, which actually ended last night with their spectacular fireworks. And there was a great turnout for the event. I think it ran July 12th through July 16th. A lot of fun and the great fireworks last night. In addition, Rachel, why don't you talk about the upcoming VFW event?
Sure, Mike. So the VFW Post 6259 of Berkeley Heights is having a township barbecue on Saturday, September 14th from 1 p.m. to 7 p.m. In case of rain, it will be the next day, September 15th. And the post is located at 15 Locust Avenue. That's behind the Berkeley First Aid Squad, right here in Berkeley Heights. And the cost for an adult to go would be $25. Youth from 8 to 14 are only $10, and children under 8 go for free. So everyone should come out and support the VFW at this great barbecue.
Thanks, Rachel. So, as we hear Parrot Beach in the background here at Memorial Field and the concert's about to start, this has been This Week in Berkeley Heights, brought to you in part by thealternativepress.com, Berkeley Heights' all-online daily local newspaper. We'd also like to thank the Berkeley Heights Communications Committee for being able to make this show happen. We want to thank you, the viewer. For this and other local news stories, you can check out thealternativepress.com 24 hours a day, 7 days a week at www.thealternativepress.com. If you have a news tip or suggestion, you can email editor@thealternativepress.com or call 908-279-0303. For This Week in Berkeley Heights and thealternativepress.com, I'm Michael Shapiro.
And I'm Rachel Cantor.
Good night, Berkeley Heights.